Now, I want to put a stop to it. I really do. As much as possible during my watch as a senator of the Republic. Pero napagsabihan po ako noon na kung gusto ko pong baguhin yung pulisya ng pangongolekta to PTA, gumawa po ako ng batas. Now, I don't have to dahil nakita ko na po, very clear na sa akin, na meron naman pala talagang batas. Kaya lang, yung batas na yun ay hindi na-implement. Republic Act 4206 noong 1965 na inakyan, which prohibits collection and even voluntary or otherwise from elementary schools sa public schools, except for Red Cross,
on record, Mr. President, the budget. I'm ready to sponsor the budget of the Department of Education, the Office of the Secretary, with a total new appropriations of 715,839,092,000 pesos. Also, the Early Childhood Care and Development Council with a total new appropriations of 290,166,000 pesos. The National Academy of Sports with a total new appropriation of 230,587,000 pesos. The National Book Development Board with a total new appropriation of 178,471,000 pesos. The National Council for Children's Television with a total new appropriation of 82,080,000 pesos. The National Museum of the Philippines with a total new appropriation of 1,364,202,000 pesos. And the Philippine High School for the Arts with a total new appropriation of 98,241,000 pesos. With this, Your Honor, I'm ready to accept questions from our colleagues.
Thank you very much, our dear sponsor, Majority Floor Leader, who are next in line to propound some questions. Majority Leader.
Mr. President, first to ask questions on the budget of the Department of Education is no less than the distinguished gentleman from the great province of Isabela and the Davao region, no other than Senator Rafi Tulfo. I move that he be recognized.
Our distinguished colleague from Isabela and Davao, no other than Senator Rafi Tulfo, is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you, Senator Pia Cayetano. Mr. President, I would like to put in on record that I fully support the 715 billion pesos or more, the budget of DepEd for 2024. I don't have any problem with that whatsoever. However, just like before during the committee hearing, I just had some few concerns, and those concerns weren't really answered because for the lack of time, and I was informed that I need to produce certain documents to justify some things that I did mention during that particular hearing. Ang concern ko lang po talaga, for the longest time...
May I just, before the gentleman proceeds, the Senate version is now 718.08
Okay, 718. Let's make it 719.
No, we have to be accurate on it.
Okay, sige. 700.
Billion.
Like I said, I don't have any problem whatsoever pagdating po sa budget ngayon for 2024 para sa
Thank you.
DepEd. Wala po tayong question dyan. Regardless, kahit na po medyo kumulang, wala pa rin po akong problema.
Thank you.
Para maging klaro po tayo. Ang problema ko, ang issue ko lang po kasi, for so many years po, sa programa ko sa Wanted sa radyo, palagi po ako nakakatanggap ng reklamo mula sa mga magulang ng mga estudyante sa elementary at high school na karamihan sa kanila ay mga mag-aaral, mga magulang na mag-aaral ng mga security guard, kasambahay, factory worker, na sila po ay naobliga mag-contribute na require ng eskwelahan through PTA para sa iba't ibang mga pangangailangan tulad ng electric fan, tulad ng jobos, tulad ng bond paper, tulad ng pambayad para sa sweldo ng security guard, sweldo ng janitor, para sa utility bills, etc., 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 na hindi po dapat dahil meron man po talaga budget ang DepEd dyan through the MOOE. Now, paano po nakukolekta itong perang ito? Para magkaroon po tayo ng idea lahat. Ang nangyari po ay dinadaan sa PTA, Parents Teachers Association. Now, pag start po ng school year, nagpapatawag po ang PTA ng General Assembly. At pagdating po dun sa General Assembly, magbobotohan sila muna ng mga officers. Right after na maboto po yung officers, ang next agenda agad ay maghanap sila ng proyekto, kailangan nila mag-identify ng proyekto para sa eskwelahan. At ano po yung mga proyektong yon? Yun po yung mga gastusin na akin pong binanggit. Okay. Now, I want to put a stop to it. I really do. As much as possible during my watch as a senator of the Republic. Pero, napagsabihan po ako noon na kung gusto ko pong baguhin yung pulisya ng pangolekta to PTA, gumawa po ako ng batas. Now, I don't have to. Dahil nakita ko na po, very clear na sa akin, na meron naman pala talagang batas. Kaya lang, yung batas na yun ay hindi na-implement. Republic Act 4206, noong 1965, na inakyan, which prohibits collection and even voluntary or otherwise from elementary schools sa public schools, except for Red Cross, except for in fact, the only ones that was mentioned was Red Cross. Now, noong 1969, RA 5546 was enacted para ma-amend yung 4206. Dito po sa 5546, mas lalo naging malawak po yung prohibition sa collection. Maybe the good sponsor might want to react doon po sa dalawang batas na akin pong nabanggit.
Thank you. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. President. No, here. Change. Mr. President, the concern of the gentleman was raised during the hearing. And the Vice President Secretary of DepEd responded by mentioning Department Order number 49 series of 2022, which is a no fee, no collection policy. Tama ba yan? No fee, no collection policy, which they are strictly implementing. And it was further discussed during that hearing that there is the PTA in almost every school that does their own fundraising efforts. And it being a parent-initiated organization, they are allowed to do that. So, in connection with the law that His Honor pointed out, that is exactly consistent with the department order of the department.
But the
which is a
department
no
order
colle-
cannot
if I may-
supersede.
if I may just
right,
continue,
sorry,
Your
sorry.
Honor.
Okay.
So the department order has the very same policy. No fee, no collection. The department and all their subordinates, meaning the teachers, are not allowed to initiate or to tolerate these collection efforts. But this does not prevent the parents from having their own fundraising. This system has been practiced for decades. Ayan, finally lumakas. This system has been practiced for decades, and it has been a private initiative of the parents that has allowed many projects to see the light. No, anything from gate, fencing, gardening, events. It's a PTA initiative, and I think that's why it was mentioned that if there is a desire to change that policy, there must be a law, because currently the DepEd order is consistent with the existing law mentioned by His Honor.
Okay, Mr. President, may I ask the good sponsor kung sabihin niya sa akin yung bang department order na yon at saan po doon sa dalawang batas na binanggit ko, RA 4206 and RA 5546, alin doon na nagsasabing pinapayagan na mangolekta ang mga eskwelahan o mga magulang para sa kontribusyon sa eskwelahan. Can you please show it to me? Maybe I can help the good sponsor para mas mapabilis tayo rito, if she will allow me to.
Your Honor, if His Honor can, Mr. President, if His Honor can give me a minute to
Okay.
just review, and then I will be happy to yield the floor, of course, anytime.
Sure, session suspended for a minute.